Yeah, so social permitting is a solution that our team at Saxum designed, and it's really a process to engage the public in order to secure support for a project or initiative. So if you think about, building a community park or advocating for an issue like criminal justice reform or constructing a wind farm, so it doesn't matter what it is. You are going to have to gain trust from a key stakeholder group, and social permitting is that it's really that process that allows you to gain that trust, to really get them engaged in that process, and it's just essential for achieving success. And so, if you think about these high stakes projects, a social permit is not just something that's nice to have, it's necessary. And so when we think about stakeholder engagement and as a part of a larger communications campaign, it's really something that is absolutely necessary for you to engage in. And I talked a little bit about designing with a community and not for a community. We worked on a project that was based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was a park project. It's called Gathering Place. It was named America's Best Park recently, and it was a 10-year project. But it started with community input sessions. And the reason it was like, you're thinking a 10-year project, why did it take so long? It's because we were designing with a community and not for a community. So it started with community input sessions. It was a long construction project. It had we dealt with everything from like shutting down one of the busiest streets in a pretty large city to all the way up to the grand opening of this massive park. And so you think about all of the different components that goes into opening this large community park that is massive. You really do need community buy-in, and there's a lot that goes into an integrated campaign. There were crisis issues that came up that we had to deal with. You wanted to make sure that we brought the entire community together so that they were excited about it. We took a kid-first approach, so we had a reading campaign where we challenged all the kids in the entire city to read as many books so that they could help open the park. So we came up with this animated story that for every book that a kid read, the largest tree on the property of that park would grow a leaf. And so it was this idea that this tree would grow its leaves in order for the park opening, and each one of those kids was able to win a medal, and they were the first to be able to kind of walk into the park when the park opened. And so there were so many interactive elements to get the community invested and engaged in the park's opening. But that's important, when you think about a social permitting process, the process itself, but also getting the buy-in of a community. It's essential in order for the community to not only want to be a part of the park's opening, but also to be invested